All right, I finally caught up a little bit. Mr. Flex put up a video where he shared a link with one of my old acquaintances from the old days. Actually, I just found out about this. One of the guys that I used to run with, the name of the Wiz Lives. Me and him were like besties on YouTube. That's how I got here. He was one of the originals, by the way. The Wiz Lives. If you don't know who he is, he's second video down from the left. Whatever one works for you on your phone or computer. On Mr. Flex's Lounge Lives. Apparently that came up last night. I didn't know that. So, I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? You know, starting shit and all this stuff. And it said, I thought it was just Mr. Flex, you know, being Mr. Flex, you know, calling people by the wrong name because he's afraid to lose his monetization by calling them the right name, calling him out. He thinks he's going to get in trouble, I guess. That's fine. I get that. I was in the 6th grade. I understand that. He don't want the teacher to slap him on the wrist with a ruler. Understood. So I looked at the video, and yeah, there's a link. I'm like, a link? A link? Well, who is it? Why you gotta put out a link? I mean, Southern Gig ain't got no problem talking smack. None of these guys have problem talking smack. I would have figured that he'd just been alive talking. So I clicked on the link. It's the Wiz Lives. Mr. Well, I'm not going to say his full name because I just found out he died. Ah, that sucks. No, that sucks. I didn't know he died. Apparently it was a heroin overdose, I guess. That's what I'm reading on the web right now. I cannot verify. So don't hold me to it if that ain't what it was, because they used to play a lot back in the day like they do today. You can't believe 99% of what you hear and half of what you see. So I don't know if the man's dead or not. If he's dead from a heroin overdose, which I just thought he was an alcoholic. I didn't think he was in that, but that's all right. All right, it is what it is. Nobody really gave a shit when Jeannie died, so they can go fuck themselves. How about that, Bang Callahan? He was a good bro, though, when I met him. He was a good bro when I met him. Wiz Lives. I could say his first name was Dave. I ain't going to say his last name. I don't. Even if he was still alive, I wouldn't do that. Because, see, unlike some people, Mr. Flex, I got a little respect. I ain't going to give the man's identity up. I know his last name, but you don't. Anyway. Yeah, they didn't give a shit when my wife died. Yeah. They made fun of it, actually. Yeah. I'm dealing with the same catch right now that I was dealing with back then. You guys don't give a shit about nothing but yourself, so don't even try to put that shit on me. I know you're going to. I can't stop you from it, but don't think I ain't going to call it out when you do it. And that's why I've been calling out Mr. Flex, because he calls out everybody but his own. And his own ain't perfect, but he don't call them out, does he? He just wants everybody else to shut the fuck up when they call him out. I'm sorry, bro, that ain't going to happen. So, when I clicked on that link, it's the Wiz Lives from 8 years ago, which is actually probably closer to 9 because YouTube don't count the months. I learned that a long time ago. If it says 7 years, it was probably closer to 8. Vice versa. So this says 8 years ago, and there's a few comments on here. Hell, dude, this is so funny. My old trolls are so jacked up on the old school shit. They've been out of the game so long that they literally think that Lisa, what is that, Surly? I don't know. Who can spell on the internet these days? Lisa Surly. I've seen that name in the lounge. And she came up and said some shit. And now I know this name. This name right here, Napalm Tomahawk. I remember Napalm. Napalm was a double-edged dude. He was like one of them there dildos. He was like a dildo, but he had the same shape on both ends. He was fucking everybody. He didn't have it pointed in one direction. He didn't give a fuck. It was pointed at everybody. He's that kind of troll. He's the kind of troll. Let's put it to you this way, Flex. If he was in a lounge, he would fuck you and fuck the panel. Both. He wouldn't give it. Like Cherry is a different kind of troll. He only fucks everybody but Flex. See, everybody but him. His dildo is one-sided. Napalm Tomahawk was both-sided. He's the kind of guy that you try to make me out to be, where I'm an instigator. And you call me an instigator because I call you out. I've never called out DoorDash Revolution. I've never called out anybody but you, man. Well, I called out Dino a little bit. 2 people, bro. And Sensei, I didn't even call him out because he just got 2 left feet and he walks in circles, man. Some people call that mentally retarded. I'm not gonna mess with a man like that. I mean, that ain't right. You don't yell at stupid people. That ain't fair. They can't fight back. But Flex, you can fight back. That's why I talk about you. You need to be talked about. So Napalm Tomahawk, his comment to Lisa is, "Nice try, Torp. Wiz Lives owns you. Figured it out yet?" I'm like, dude, that is so embarrassing. That is so embarrassing. You're an old school troll and you didn't realize that? All you had to click on was that name. Haven't you? Napalm, I know you've done that. Click on the name, check out the channel, see if it's got 2 subscribers. You know you're dealing with a troll. Because if I was to use another channel, which I ain't got no use, I used to do that. Man, we're talking like 15 years ago, bro. That's why I said in the comment, you need to catch up a little bit. You and Real Man supporters are doing the same thing. It's like, Real Man owns you. You've been pwned. It's like an 15-year echo, man. It's really bad, dude. It's sad to see that because you guys have become a strange smell in the attic. Now, I knew at some point some of my old gang members, you know, this is like the Outsiders or something, would come back and try to, you know, raise out of that rock in the ground and try to like peek around and start yelling at shit. Well, I'm just here to step back on the fucking rock. You guys ain't gonna make no videos. You're not gonna say shit. The only thing that you're going to get is a rise out of Flex because he needs all the help he can get. So get your trolling ass accounts up on the lounge and let's roll. Or as the Wiz Lives, rest in peace, said, let's rock. Y'all thought I forgot about that, didn't you? That's the kind of memory I got. Like I'm going to have trouble remembering what an idiot the lounge is. Hold on. I just got contacted by the DoorDash Revolution. Yep, I gotta get back to him. I'll get back to him in a little bit. I don't really have the ability to talk on the phone all that much, but anyway, it's not because I don't want to, it's because I just don't have the ability. So I was looking at these comments and stuff, and this is the best Flex could come up with. That was it. Boom. A capture from 8 years ago. Flex, there's a reason why that's all you can find. Because that's all that's left. I destroyed that entire community of liars, manipulators, trolls, backstabbers. And I am currently, as we speak, going through my archive. I have a 2.5 terabyte hard drive that I bought back in 2009. And back in 2009, $130 was big money around here. That thing is jam-packed full of YouTube videos from those days. And I got a guy on here. His first name's Robbie, but his channel name is Gray Realities. He's got more archives than I do, and he still likes me. So if I needed something, I could just get him up on Facebook and say, hey, bro, send it to me. I'll download it, put it up there. But I know I have it. Where the Wiz Lives actually did do what he said Card Dadder Denshin said he did, and he denied it. He mocked up a woman's daughter, dude. He called a harmonica a dick. He made it out to be a dick. Why? She was playing a harmonica with her grandmother, and it was very peaceful and very nice. Wiz Lives comes along, mocks it up, makes it look like her granddaughter was sucking a dick. That's what he did. He did do that. And the man is dead. I wouldn't say that shit if it wasn't real. He did do that. That's an instigator, bro. See, Mr. Flex, you are trying so hard to revive the instigation on YouTube. I'm here to stop it. And when I found you, you gave me a new life. So trust me when I tell you this. I'm going to be reviewing your lives. And I'm going to be doing the same thing I'm doing now, but I'm going to be doing it while I'm watching your lives. So know that when you're doing them, that I'll be watching them. You ain't going to know which one until it comes out the next day. You ain't going to know which one. May not be tonight, might be tonight, might be tomorrow, might be Sunday. I don't know. You do one every night, so it's hard to say. But I'm going to do one. I'm going to have to get a lot of alcohol because you're hard to fucking watch. So if I get a good buzz on, game on. Because I can't do that shit straight. There ain't no fucking way. 3/4 of the shit I watch on YouTube I can't do straight when it comes to this community bullshit. I can't do it. I watch my car videos and I watch my Pawn Stars. I love Pawn Stars. Shit like that, real shit. Shit you can learn something from. But I don't need to learn nothing from a live troll like Mr. Flex. He's got his little following, and that's cool, because everybody gets one. No matter how much they suck, they're going to get one. You might have said the same thing about me 20 years ago, 15 years ago, sorry. But, I mean, look at this shit. My old trolls from 15 years ago are starting to show up again. You seeing this? What does that tell you? What kind of a fucking footprint did I leave? Huh? I pissed off a lot of people. I'm about to piss off a lot more. But I'm also gaining traction with the people that want this shit to stop. Because they know that I'm about the only one that can fucking do it. And if you don't think I can, Flex, look at the old school, man. I squashed the whole fucking thing. Even Casey Nunez himself. Now that last name I can say because that was his channel name. Casey Nunez himself, the Psycho Hurricane. He's gone. And he's the one that got my wife fired. He's the one that threatened lives. He's the one that actually said the N-word with an I, Mr. Flex. Oh, I could show you some shit off this archive. I'm just not sure how I get it up on YouTube because every one of them videos be flagged. That's how bad that shit was. See, you said I lure. How'd you say it? Leaned? I leaned towards these things? No, back in the day, we didn't lean towards shit. We were men. We said what we felt. We said everything out loud. And that shit flew. It wasn't until about 2010, 2012, YouTube said no more. Pink slips were handed out. Channels got shut down. Now it's coming back again, I've noticed. Because people getting deactivated. People are losing their monetization. Shit like that. See, Flex, you got to understand something. Just because I'm old and you don't like me, that sure as fuck don't mean I'm wrong. No. You don't like me, don't make me wrong. I like you, Mr. Flex, because you give me a reason to be here. You give me a reason to be here. If you were a nice guy and kept it real and were factual and actually had a conversation man to man, dude, I would have probably left 2 months ago. I wouldn't have had shit to say. You provoked this, dude. Anytime somebody comes up on YouTube in a vlog in a community and makes shit up and lies, yeah, that gets my attention. Period. It gets my attention. Ask the Wiz lives. If he was still alive, he would tell you. Me and him were best buds until he started fucking with women, until he started fucking with kids, and then still. And you know what? You might say, you can't say that about a dead person. It's like the shit of fuck I can. I got the videos to prove it. Why would I change my story now? That made me a liar. I'm not a liar. I call it as it is. I called it out. I called him out. I didn't kill him. He killed himself. Heroin overdose. That shit ain't no joke. It didn't have nothing to do with me. I wouldn't wish it on nobody, but he did what he did. Grown-ass damn man killed himself with heroin. He's probably still alive for all I know. I'm listening to a troll right now saying he's dead. He might just come back and pop me in the face. He said, I ain't dead. We got you. Like, no, you didn't get me. I listened to your troll. Your troll got me. Because I had a little compassion for a second. That's why I didn't repeat your last name. If you're still alive, Dave, I never repeated your last name. You want to come up and say it? That's on you. Because I don't know if he's dead or not. I looked at the obituaries. I can't find squat. So I don't know if Ben Callahan's full of shit trying to instigate or what. Ben Callahan never liked me. Why? Because I called out Ben Callahan. I made people laugh more than he did. And he had to put on a mask and a funny hat. Y'all want to talk about a clown? Ben Callahan was a clown. But I give him some props because he was one of those clowns that didn't just troll. He actually made videos, real videos. And some of that shit was kind of funny. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, the thick skin, that shit was funny. You had to question some of the shit that you said and did back in the day when Ben Callahan was cranking them out. I mean, he popped them out 28 seconds, so they were easy to watch. I don't know if he had ADD, but that's what he did. He never made a long video ever. I'd be surprised if he came back now, though. I don't know if he wants anything to do with this, to be honest with you. I could take Ben Callahan again. Hell, he left longer than I did. I came back before he did. But all of a sudden, he's back because I'm back for a while. What does that tell you? What are you going to do, ride my coattails again, Bear Bangy? Bang, 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 bang! Remember those days? And by the way, so everybody knows, if anybody wants to know what the eggs are all about, I'll give you a little heads up. The egg channels, there was probably about 150 or so of them, but most of them were numbered like eggs, rotten eggs, 1, eggs 2, eggs 3. It went up to like 13, and all of a sudden we got bigger numbers. What it was is the eggs had mocked me up, and they were very good at editing. And they'd mock me up as a pedo. And it to the untrained eye, it would look real. To the untrained eye, it would look good. Today, you'd see it like that. Boom, that's fake. But back then, it was so fresh, and nobody had really done that before, that it was pretty freaky. And that's what he's talking about. That's what he's talking about, The Wiz Lives. He's talking about what the eggs did to me. He didn't have no control over that. Don't let him fool you, though. I mean, he might be passed away, but he didn't have no control over it. He didn't know who the fuck the eggs were. We all figured it was Tracy. That's who we figured it was. It had to have been somebody that could really edit. And Tracy, I ain't going to use her last name either. I remember it like it was yesterday. I'll never forget it. But a little respect. I don't use last names. But I remember that. Everybody knows who Tracy was. Because she was, PayPal's Going Down was her channel name. And she was great friends with Mike. Yeah, y'all remember Mike. Because I know my trolls are watching from the old days, so I ain't worried about if the rest of y'all get this or not, but pay attention in class because this shit pops up again. Some of this shit might make sense. This shit went on for a long time, so it definitely makes sense to me. And if this shit's going to be brought up by Mr. Flex, The Wiz Lives again, oh, I'm sure as shit going to bring it up. That's right. I ain't bringing it up. See, Mr. Flex, this is instigating. That's called propaganda, brother. That's called some CCP shit. That is propaganda. Bringing up The Wiz Lives. Because this is, but the funny thing about it is this is all you could find. That was it? The Wiz Lives? I got a shit ton of these, brother. I got the proof of where The Wiz Lives did mock up that video and replace a harmonica with a dildo. That girl was 11 years old, brother. You sure you want to fucking light this fire? Are you sure? Ask yourself that question in seriousness, man. Don't worry about whether I'm asking you. Just ask yourself, do you want to open this up? Because I can show you where The Wiz Lives did that. I'm going to have to figure out a way to do that because if I post it up on YouTube, I'm going to get flagged. That's how bad it was. Back in them days, we didn't have that problem, but today we do. And I think I can use, what is that, Google, not Google Live, Google One? Is that Google One? Somebody help me out on that, but I forget what it's, Google One, I think it is. Some shit like that, where you can upload a video on there, doesn't matter what's in it, and then you can share the link with anybody you want to, and that shit will fly. So maybe that's what I should do. Try me, if that's what you want to do. Because Flex, you're going to look stupid as fuck, dude. Wiz Liz was a bad man. He didn't start out that way, but he ended out that way. It was a very, very bad man. And I think that overdosing on heroin might give you a wake-up call as to what kind of man he was for a very long time. He didn't give a fuck about shit, dude. He was gross. He didn't care. Most people on heroin don't. I knew he had a drug problem, but I didn't know it was heroin until just now. He was a bad drunk. He was that. But he was a good friend to me before all hell broke loose. I just called him out on that. I couldn't hold my breath, dude. I couldn't hold that back. When I saw what he did with that, I couldn't hold that back. And I got the videos to prove that he did hold that back because he said, we're seeing it wrong. That's what he told us. We're seeing it wrong. It came off of his channel. You need to back up a little bit, Mr. Flex. You're reaching down the rabbit hole, dude. You just got bit by a snake, dude. That's what you got. You're going to have to do better than this. If this is what you're going to do, you're going to have to do better. Or relearn your game or retrain your brain. Whatever the fuck it is that makes you tick, do that. Because this is ridiculous. Even, what's her name? Lisa Surley. Fuck, dude. I actually opened that up. Does this even have any videos on it? I was getting ready to comment to her, but that's just the weirdest thing ever. I've never seen a channel like that. This is the first time I've opened it up. She got 78 subscribers. Stop saying unicorn, time to move ahead. Oh, she's talking about unicorn offers. I get that. I didn't even have to look at the video. I know what that means. Unicorns. I know what a unicorn is. I actually got one of those about a month ago. $75 for a potbelly order. It said 7, it would turn out to be 75. That's a unicorn, by the way. Or at least that's what they call them sometimes. See, I don't know what this channel is, so I can't say anything about it. I don't know what the hell's going on here. No clue whatsoever. I can't speak to it. But I think it's funny that one of my old trolls thought it was me. Ah! That's awesome, dude. Napalm, dude. You're not even going to put any fucking research into what you're watching before you comment on it? You used to be better than that. Used to be better than that. All right, this is going to be kind of like the theme I'm going with when I do a play-by-play on Mr. Flex's Live Lounge, which could be any time now. Tonight, tomorrow, the next day, I don't know yet. Depends on my mood, because that is very time-consuming, and I have ADD. And my ADD prevents me from watching stupid shit or listening to stupid shit for too long a period of time. And we'll just have to see where it goes. But it is going to happen, I promise you that. As far as this goes with Mr. The Wiz Lives, he's been gone, dude. I don't know what the fuck your trolls are doing with you, dude. The ones that said that my wife left me over YouTube, the first one, and the second one told me to shut YouTube off. Dude, your trolls, that's the worst. You need to fire your trolls. Seriously, dude. That if you're paying them a minimum wage, it's too much. That shit's terrible. I ain't never seen nothing like this. When I first got on YouTube, the trolls back then were skilled. They had mad skills, bro. They would freak you the fuck out. I ain't bullshitting. I have 2.5 terabytes backed up of what trolls, a real troll is. Not this new shit, not this candy ass fucking snowflake shit that you see today. This shit right here is just all keyboard warriors trying to figure out how to scare somebody. Back then, they invented scaring people. They actually had skills. This right here ain't nothing more than a schoolyard bully that got beat up by his mom and dad before he went to school and's going to take it out on somebody else. Jeez. All right. I'll talk to you guys soon. Torp out.